Hello, welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to my channel. Okay, so yeah, I've been missing. I've been MIA. For the past 2 weeks, I have not uploaded a video, and yeah, I've been busy, like with school and just life. But I submitted my my last final, last night, so I really had no excuse to not upload a video. So I'm actually recording and uploading this video today. So since I'm short on time, but I just didn't want to miss another upload, I decided I'm gonna keep it short and sweet and like do a story. I've actually been wanting to tell my birth story for a long time now, just to have it documented. And actually, Essie is officially 9 months now. She actually turned 9 months 2 weeks ago when I was supposed to do this video, but never did it. So yeah, we're just gonna go ahead and get right into that. So let's go ahead and start. I'm just gonna give a little couple details, facts about my pregnancy journey. Yeah, you know how people say the joys of being pregnant, or you know, that pregnancy glow, stuff like that. I ain't have any of that. I ain't have none of that. I ain't have no glow. My skin, my face was drier than dry. I didn't have no joyful pregnancy. I did not enjoy it one bit. I threw up from the beginning. No, let me tell you. The first time I threw up was when I was 8 weeks pregnant. So I threw up from 8 weeks all the way until literally less than 24 hours before I delivered. I threw up. Less than 12 hours before I delivered, I threw up. So, I did not enjoy my pregnancy. I'm not even gonna lie. I'm not even gonna keep it cute, like how people try to tell you. I feel like nobody was real enough to let me know how it could be while pregnant. So yeah, I did not enjoy it. I did work up until literally 2 days before I delivered. I worked up until I delivered. So yeah, I was busy the entire pregnancy. I was sick the entire pregnancy. And then you know how you have your regular visits? I had additional visits because I didn't know I had fibroids. Like, I had no clue, but basically I had fibroids, so I had to I'm a high risk pregnancy. That's what I am. So yeah, by the time Essie was born, my fibroid was measuring the same size of her head. So yeah, basically that was my pregnancy. And because of my fibroid, they were okay with me delivering early. Like once I hit 36 weeks, they were like, we're okay if you deliver now, because there was no space with Essie and the fibroid. There was no space. But yeah, that's that. And so now let's go ahead and get into my labor and delivery story. So yeah, because they were okay with me delivering early, let me tell you what I did. I actually finished my last shift, and I was tired. I was so tired. I was ready to have Essie. I was what was I? I was like 38 and a half weeks pregnant. And so this is what happened. I have a midwife. Yes, I do. Midwife Mimi. So I have a midwife, you know. And so basically, this is what we planned. I finished my last shift. The next morning, I got my hair done. And then immediately after I finished getting my hair done, I drank some midwife's brew. And let me tell you, that midwife's brew is disgusting. It's nasty. It's the nastiest thing. It's so nasty, especially like while being nauseous. I don't even know how I drank it, but basically I was telling myself like, we gotta get this girl out. So I drank it. I hated all of it, but I drank it, and yeah, I drank it like Saturday night. I drank it on Saturday night, and then the next day was Sunday. I woke up and went to church, and like in the middle of church and like during church, I just kept having to pee. I was peeing like more than usual. So yeah, I felt like a little uncomfortable. I peed. And then after that, we went to visit one of my cousins because she had just had a baby. So we went to visit her. And even like while I was there, the whole time I was feeling like a little uncomfortable. And then even after that, we went to visit one of my friends because she had some baby stuff she wanted to give us. So we went there, and that was at like 10 p.m. at night. So we were out at church like at 10 a.m. all the way up until like 10 p.m. at night. We were out all day, and the whole time I was feeling uncomfortable, had to pee, I had to keep peeing, but I was just like, it's nothing, you know, because let me do a disclaimer. Throughout my entire pregnancy, I had kind of been feeling similar pains, but it was because of the fibroid pain. So in my head, I'm thinking, dang, this fibroid is really like bothering me today. So that's what I was thinking the entire day. So then, yeah, we got home. I threw up, and then, yeah, I went to sleep. So then, like, in the middle of my sleep, I think around midnight, something woke me up. And then, yeah, I went back to sleep. And then, like, around 2 a.m., something woke me up again. And this time, I could not go back to sleep. Like, when I tell you it was painful, something sharp. I was like, dang, like, what is this? So here I am, just, you know, bearing it, going through it. Had to keep peeing. And then, like, around 5 a.m., I text my midwife, and I'm like, hey, man, I think I might be having contractions, but I'm not sure. So I'm here explaining. I'm texting her, explaining my symptoms, explaining how I'm feeling. And let me tell you what she said. Oh, I'm not sure. Why don't you go ahead and take a shower first, and then once you get out, see how you feel. So I'm like, okay. I literally texted her. I said, if this is not contractions, then I'm not ready for contractions. But I went ahead and took the shower, and then I got out, and then she was like, okay, now start timing your contractions. So I started timing them. My midwife, actually, she's a labor and delivery nurse, so she was at work. So I'm texting her, and I sent her a screenshot of my contractions, and I'm like, hey, this is my timing, should I go to the hospital? She didn't respond. But me, I was in too much pain. I woke up Jadeh. Oh yeah, keep in mind, this whole entire time, Jadeh was asleep, and like, he didn't even know that I was having contractions. So I woke up Jadeh, and I was like, we gotta go to the hospital. I didn't have my hospital bag packed. I didn't have nothing ready. Like, so we're there scrambling, trying to get things together. Me, I'm having contractions, so I can barely move. Like, I'm just moving in between contractions. So I'm telling him, can you grab this? Can you grab that? Can you grab this? And like, Jadeh, he's like frazzled, I guess, because I just woke him out of sleep. And he didn't even know, like, hey, baby's coming early, baby's coming today. He had no warning because I didn't tell him in the morning that I was like feeling anything. So he had no clue. So there we are scrambling around trying to get this hospital bag together. That was a whole nother story. But yeah, we did that quickly, and then we hit the road to go to the hospital. And y'all, throughout my entire pregnancy, I had this whole idea that I was gonna do hypnobirthing and, you know, natural pregnancy, natural this, natural that. Y'all, hypnobirthing went out the window. Me, I didn't even prepare enough to do hypnobirthing, but all that went out the window. And so yeah, we're going to the hospital. Keep in mind, I live 45 minutes away from my hospital on a normal day, and this was like at This was like at 7 something in the morning. So we hit traffic, like all the traffic that people were going to work, because now it was Monday morning. So people are up early trying to get to work. So yeah, we were hitting traffic, and so I'm in the car, literally. You can ask Judah. I have never been so religious in my life. Literally every contraction was Jesus, Jesus, a whole nother prayer. Every contraction was a prayer. That's what it was. Every contraction was a prayer. And as we were going, the whole time in the car, I was thinking to myself, not even to myself, I was thinking out loud. I even told Judah, I said, I'm gonna have to get an epidural. I'm going to have to, because I'm tired. Literally, I had been up all night basically. Went to sleep at 10, and basically since midnight, I had been up because of the contractions. So I was like, I'm gonna have to get an epidural. I was tired. And so then we got to the hospital, and you know me, I'm not a serious person, so I didn't even know where to go for labor and delivery. I never did the tour of the hospital. I never did any of that stuff. So we got to the hospital. I didn't know where to go. We walked in, and another contraction. So there I am, leaning up against the wall, and somebody walked in and was like, do you need labor and delivery? And I was like, yes, I do. So then, thank God she was there. She gave me the instructions. I got to the labor and delivery. Once I got to the labor and delivery, the lady at the desk looked at me, and she was like, we need someone out here stat. We got a pregnant mom out here. We need someone stat. So they came out quickly. Like, when I tell you, I didn't even get to sign in. I didn't even sign into the hospital. Like, Jada had to stay behind and do all the paperwork, and they quickly took me into the room, and I was like, I gotta pee. So I went to go pee, and they were like, has your water broke? And I was like, no, it hasn't. So they're like, okay, go ahead and pee. So I was peeing and stuff, having contractions still, and then they were like, wait, let's check you before you go any further. So they checked me, and when they checked me, I was 9.5 centimeters dilated. They were like, girl, your water broke. Your water broke. I don't know, maybe when you were in the shower or when you were peeing or something, but your water is broke, and you are 9.5 centimeters dilated. Like, they were like, we feel her hair. So they quickly put me on the gurney, and like literally they ran through the hallways, and yeah, I got to the delivery room, and they were paging my doctor. Literally, as soon as I got into the delivery room, the doctor came in and was like, did you call me on your way up here? And I was like, no, I didn't. I'm not a serious person. So I was like, no, I didn't. She was like, okay, just making sure, because I wanted to make sure I didn't miss a page. And I was like, yeah, I didn't, sorry. But yeah, literally, as soon as my doctor came into the room, like, her hands were open to deliver Essie. Because there was no time. When I tell you, from the time I entered the hospital to the time Essie was born was less than 45 minutes. No cap, like literally less than 45 minutes. And she was like, girl, don't do this on your next pregnancy, because you almost delivered in the car, and the next one you probably will deliver in the car. But me, like, I didn't know. No one tells you how contractions feel. No one tells you. I didn't want to be one of those people who like cries wolf and goes to the hospital. Who goes to the hospital like when they're not even really in labor, and then gets sent back all the way home. Like, especially living 45 minutes away, I don't like to waste time. Especially after going to the doctor so many times. Like, you know, the usual times to go to the doctor, I was going double that for my fibroid. So I didn't want to make an unwarranted trip when that wasn't the case. So yeah, I waited. But anyways, yeah, that's basically my pregnancy story. Yeah, that's my pregnancy story. There's other stuff postpartum and stuff pertaining to breastfeeding and other stuff like that I want to eventually record. But yeah, comment down below if you want to see that, or what else you want to see pertaining to this area of my life. But yeah, that's my pregnancy story. Essie is now 9.5 months old, which means she is 9 times 30. She's 38 weeks pregnant. Wow, Essie is literally the age that she was in the womb when I delivered her. That's what she is. But yeah, that's my life. Essie is thriving, growing and thriving, and that was my that was my story. I hope you enjoyed. Comment down below what else you want to see. I should have some more hair videos coming out soon. And yeah, thanks for watching. I should be back next Tuesday for real this time. Like, honestly, for real this time. Thanks. See ya. Toodles.